Listen, February has came and went. We are leading into March, but I'm gonna get you guys ahead, a whole month and some change ahead. That way you get your coins together, your finances together, your funds together to make sure that wallet is full for these upcoming Marvel comics for the month of April. And I'm telling you, this is an episode you don't want to miss. Yo, what are we waiting on? Roll that intro, cuss. Yeah. What's going on, Geek Corner? This is your boy, Earth Mac, the Mad Scientist, and welcome back to the Orange Phoenix Media Channel and another episode of Comic Book Declassified. But this is a very special episode of Comic Book Declassified because this is a preview edition of Comic Book Declassified. We are talking Marvel Comics previews, and trust me, I got a list of comics you need to know about. You need to know their release dates. That way you know to go ahead and put your pre-orders in. That's what you need to do. If you are a digital buyer, go ahead and get your pre-orders in. But I'm gonna let you know what is up. So you might want to stick around from the beginning of this video to the end of this video. That way you get all of that content. And do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you get notified on all of our content, whether it's live or recorded. Now, let's get started. Now, the first comic on this list is Godzilla versus the Hulk, number 1. Yes. Like, you ever wondered what would happen if Hulk faced Godzilla? I mean, obviously people are like, oh yeah, Hulk just destroyed Godzilla, but we don't know. It's at the mercy of the writers. So the synopsis is General Ross has no tolerance for monsters in any form. With his anti-kaiju task force, the Thunderbolts, he's taken down or imprisoned the biggest and baddest monsters on the planet. Fing Fan Foom, Mothra, Kumaga, even the Hulk. Now, all that's left is his biggest hunt of all, Godzilla. But the Thunderbolts' efforts to bring their last monster to heel may just result in the most destructive battle royal to ever rock the earth. It's time to figure out who's really the strongest there is. Listen, you might want to check out that Godzilla versus the Hulk. I'm definitely getting that #1 edition, man, because I'm a big fan of Godzilla. I know some of you guys out there is a big fan of Godzilla, but Godzilla is actually facing another Marvel superhero. And I'm talking about Godzilla versus Spider-Man, #1. Spider-Man versus Godzilla. Wait. Huh? Is that even humanly possible? But let's talk about it. What happens in this first issue? So, preview says, fresh from the original Secret Wars, Peter Parker, aka the Amazing Spider-Man, returns to Earth with a spiffy new alien costume without a care in the world except for a complicated love triangle with MJ and Black Cat, and unbelievable pressure at the Daily Bugle. Rent, bills, supervillains. Oh, and Godzilla is in New York City with his atomic breath aimed squarely at the wall crawler. Do not miss this 2 most popular characters in pop culture history. Absolutely go at it in this kaiju-sized slugfest for the 80s. Now, you're asking, what are the due dates for this? For Godzilla versus the Hulk, it comes out April 16th. And for Spider-Man versus Godzilla, it is April the 30th. You definitely want to check those 2 comics out. So go ahead and get your pre-orders in. But we're not done. We're not done. And what I mean by we're not done, I'm talking about the Amazing Spider-Man #1. That's right, Amazing Spider-Man #1, set to be released April the 9th. It says the next era of the Amazing Spider-Man has arrived. Peter is, shockingly, without a job and looking for gainful employment, but his job search is interrupted by a rampaging rhino, who is but the tip of the sinister iceberg. What major spider villain is working behind the scenes, weaponizing other spider villains, including one we haven't seen in over 7 years? Also, what is that goblin-free Norman Osborn up to anyway? Once again, April the 9th is Amazing Spider-Man #1. Now, you ask me if I want to pick up Amazing Spider-Man #1. You know what? I'm actually going to pick that up. Now, I mean, Spider-Man has its ups and downs as far as comic book reading is concerned. And, you know, it's some that I started reading, some that I lost interest in. Maybe this is a new start in the Amazing Spider-Man franchise. So yes, I'm gonna give Amazing Spider-Man #1 a shot. Once again, it sets to release on April 9th, but we still not finished. Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. Now it says after a horrific series of events, the world is in shambles. Matt Murdock is old and his powers have faded to nothing. Matt will not, however, sit by and watch his fellow New Yorkers suffer. So instead of swinging around the city from his Billy Club line, he slings a soup at the food center for the poor. But when a mysterious, wrinkly old man interrupts a secret convoy, causing an explosion, a deadly gas fills Hell's Kitchen, and this tale takes a turn that will change how you look at the man without fear. Now, I will tell you, it's been a little minute since I picked up a Daredevil comic. Not even gonna front. But with this particular comic, I might pick this up, and maybe over the next few weeks, I'll pick up some more Daredevil storylines to get myself more acclimated to Daredevil and some of his most iconic storylines. But if you're asking the question, will I pick up Daredevil Cold Day in Hell? Let's just say I won't be in a big rush to go out and get it, but I would definitely check it out. Now, Daredevil Cold Day in Hell set to release on April the 2nd. But check it. We're not done yet. Now, you know, Predator been having it out for these Marvel characters. I mean, you had Predator versus Wolverine, Predator versus Black Panther, but now Predator sets his sights on New York. Now, I mean, you might think, what hero in New York is he setting his sight on? Well, I will tell you right now, in Predator versus Spider-Man #1, set to release April 23rd. It says in Predator versus Wolverine, we saw a single Predator stalk Earth's greatest prey, the killing machine Wolverine. In Predator versus Black Panther, Yautja invaded Wakanda and nearly dethroned its king. Now Ben Percy turns his twisted brain to Marvel's most beloved property, Spider-Man. A heat wave sends New York City into a blackout, and Spider-Man on patrol as tempers boil across the city. But beneath its grimy sewers and subways lurks a threat unlike any Peter Parker has faced before. Introducing Skinner, a predator of no honor and no clan, only a thirst for blood, exquisitely rendered by superstar artist Marcelo Ferreira. Now, yes, I am going to get this. Okay. Now, Predator versus any Marvel character to just set off some antennas in your head. I'm like, man, this might be pretty entertaining. Now, the only gripe I have is this is a 4-part series. I don't want to stay spaced out for months and months and months. Like, just give it to us, okay? Just give it to us. Now, Predator versus Spider-Man is set to release on April the 23rd. Now, still, we're not done. Now, you are familiar with Marvel Rivals, right? Like the famous video game that is free 99 to play, and the Fantastic Four is now entirely playable characters now. Yes, I am talking about Marvel Rivals, and Marvel Rivals actually has a #1 issue set to release April the 2nd. It says, Tokyo 2099, the time rift has disrupted the web of life and destiny, leaving the world's heroes to battle it out over the best way to fix it. One group led by Penny Parker wants to plug the web into cyberspace to repair it. The other group, led by Spider-Man, favors a more conservative approach of using Chronovium to strengthen the web and allow it to repair itself. The time rift makes rivals out of us all, but which team will overtake the other? Now you're asking me, am I going to actually pick up Marvel Rivals #1? Nah, because honestly, I feel like it's a money grab. You know, I'm just being honest. I do feel like it's a money grab. Marvel Rivals is extremely popular. So, I mean, yes, it is a great business decision to capitalize off that popularity by putting out an actual comic covering what's going on in the video game. But we're still not done. We're talking about Web of the Venomverse Fresh Brains #1. It says the existence of Venom and symbiotes across the entire Venomverse will be at stake if they go head-to-head with their spidery counterparts to defend the symbiote hive mind from the Spider-Verse. Now, as an 8-legged fight creeps to the surface, meets the 3 new symbiotes who could put the spiders at the edge of their webs. Which of them has what it takes? Could it be the devious Venom Mouse, the disorderless Katie Power, or a whole new Eddie Brock? Read and find out, and it's set to release April 16th. If you are a huge Venom fan, this actually works out for you. But guess what? We're still not done. Chris Claremont fans, including myself, rejoice because Chris Claremont actually returns for this Kitty Pryde and Wolverine, or as the real title goes, Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, #1 of 5. It says when Kitty Pryde nearly lost her soul to Ogun during her journey to Japan, Logan was there to keep the youngest X-Man on the path to good. But as a mysterious force threatens their lives while staying with Mariko Yashida, it's going to take all of their combined mutant, ninja, and fighting skills to protect those they love. An all-new adventure set in the aftermath of Chris Claremont's legendary Kitty Pryde and Wolverine limited series at last tells the full story of the duo's journey in Japan before returning to the X-Men and the heartbreak, trials, and tribulations that made the characters what they are today. Set to release April the 30th. Now, as a huge Chris Claremont fan, that is a cop for me. I'm gonna go ahead and get that. You know, I'm gonna just let you know. It is no bones about that. But we have one more release that you definitely want to get your hands on. All right. And I'm talking about Ironheart Bad Chemistry #1. It says a nemesis returns, sending shockwaves through Riri's world. As that she's already attacked Chicago once and made off with the valuable artifact from the DuSable Black History Museum. Now, the alchemical transformer Kim is back for another bite of Ironheart City. And this time, she's not alone. What is Kim's connection to a classic Iron Man villain? And can Riri stop her before all of Chicago burns? Hugo and Eisner winning writer John Jennings teams up with all-star artist Jethro Morales for an action-packed flurry of blows in the Windy City. Ironheart Bad Chemistry #1 releases on April the 2nd. Now, Wolverine and Kitty Pryde, again, is on April the 30th. I hope you guys are prepared. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I want you guys to go out there and get it on your pull list. If you go to your nearest comic book store, go ahead and get yourself a pull list and the variant covers as well, because I know these variant covers is going to be top tier. Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. So until next time, y'all, peace.